A lightweight bout, Jordan Leavitt coming in at plus 185 against Chase Hooper, sitting at minus 205, over under 2.5 rounds, minus 150 for the over, plus 120 for the under. Chase Hooper, 24 years of age. He's been around for a while, though. 6'1", quite the frame there for lightweight. He moved up to lightweight, and it looks like it's probably the right decision for him. Jordan Leavitt, 3-2 in his last 5, 28 years of age for him. And I'm a big fan of Jordan Leavitt. I love the guy. His persona is just funny to watch. And the way that he got the knockout his last time out against Victor Martinez was just hilarious because, you don't see Jordan Leavitt as like some big knockout artist, but he got that knee to the head, finished him off with the punches to secure a TKO victory, which was pretty insane to watch. I believe we were both on him against Victor Martinez as a slight dog. So that was a good win for him. He's coming in here as a dog against Chase Hooper, who, like I said, has been around for a while, even though he's only 24 years of age. 7 UFC fights. This will be his 8th, coming off a great win against Nick Fiore, where he looked pretty dang good. Who you got in this one?
Yeah, I actually think it's a pretty close fight. If Jordan Leavitt doesn't have to fight Paddy Pimblett in his second to last fight, the dude's on a 3-fight win streak with 1 TKO or 1 KO and 1 submission. The guy's a good wrestler. I think he averages over 2.31 takedowns per fight. On the ground, he likes to look for submissions. He puts himself in good position on the ground. Striking's got some work to do. Yeah, he got the TKO in his last fight by those knees, but you can just tell he's still developing as far as his striking goes. For Chase Hooper, though, I feel like we're just waiting. He has so many fights in the UFC, and he's been win, loss, win, loss, win, loss for a while now. I think we're just waiting for him to break out. If he does break out, he's kind of putting the striking. He's trying to put the striking together, but there's still so many liabilities. The reason I do kind of like him in this fight is that he's not having to worry about a good striker across from. He's not having to worry about these Steve Garcias here who hit really hard, or even Steven Peterson, who's been around forever, has a ton of experience, and who's pretty good on the feet, or Alex Caceres. Those are his 3 losses in the UFC. All 3 of those guys, good strikers above his level, and that's what he struggled with. Chase Hooper has a weird way of getting fights to the ground. And when he's on top or even on bottom, he's so long. He uses his limbs really well to either take your back, to look for these crazy submission arm bars, triangles. And a lot of times, he's able to at least get it. And if he doesn't, he puts himself in mount or on top, and he's winning rounds, or he's raining down ground and pound. With Jordan Leavitt, though, I think he's stronger than Chase Hooper. I think if someone's taking anybody to the ground, it's probably Jordan Leavitt finding the takedowns on Hooper. And from there, he's just got to stay safe. If he can stay safe, I think this is a close fight, probably going to decision. If someone's getting finished here, I see it being Chase Hooper by winning by submission. And, Jordan Leavitt making some kind of mistake, giving up his back, and Chase Hooper just work until he finds a sub. For the pick, I'm actually going to go Jordan Leavitt here. I like the strength. I like the fact that he's probably going to be the one wrestling, and, on the feet, it's probably a wash. I don't see either one of these guys separating themselves on the feet. Hooper might throw more volume. He might, he's longer, obviously, but he doesn't have a bunch of sting on his shots. He gets wild. When he does get hit, he doesn't respond that well. So, at this price, I'm probably going to take a shot on the dog here on Jordan Leavitt.
Yeah, I mean, Chase Hooper, in his last 6 UFC fights, he's been win-loss, win-loss, win-loss. So if you're going based off of that, you should lose this fight. But I don't know. I mean, it's a wide line for me. I don't know that I would bet Chase Hooper at minus, 200 plus, because I do think, like you said, Jordan Leavitt could come in here and wrestle him. He is strong on the ground, and I don't know. I'm just interested to see how he handles the length of Chase Hooper, because he's a long guy and he's kind of really unorthodox with a lot of the stuff he throws up. So I'm interested to see how that works with Jordan Leavitt, because he did get submitted by Paddy Pimblett. He got his arm trapped and got rear naked choke. So that could happen in this one, where he makes a mistake and Chase Hooper capitalizes. But I do think on the feet, Chase Hooper a little bit longer, and I like his striking a little bit more. I know that's pretty crazy to say, because he looked pretty bad in a lot of these striking exchanges. But I don't think Jordan Leavitt is like some crazy striker on the feet. So if Chase Hooper doesn't really have to worry about big power coming at him on the feet, I like him to, do some work on the feet with the volume. He's got a 74-inch reach. He's 6'1". And on the ground, I think he could pose some problems with that length and just throwing up some stuff that, Jordan Levitt's probably not used to. So for the pick, I'm going to go with Chase Hooper. I don't really love the price again. And it's a lot of these where I just don't really love the price. And maybe, for a bet, you take Jordan Levitt just based off the value. But for the pick, I'm going to go with Chase Hooper.
Think about this real quick. Jordan Levitt beats Trey Ogden and outstrikes him 69-41 in that fight. And then Trey Ogden goes and loses, and then beats Daniel Zellhuber, who's a phenomenal striker. And that fight was on the feet the whole entire time. So there's some MMA math for you that hardly ever works out, but it's something to think about.